Hello everybody, it's Luke from Breathing Designs and Beer Tech here, where tech and design collide with extra beer. Today we have something really special and unique. We have an unwrapping video. You've heard of unboxings. This is an unwrapping of Communique from 1998. A computer magazine, looks like a Microsoft one. I've never heard of this before, but a friend found it and gave it to me to use for this video. And we're going to see what tech was around in 1998. What was cutting edge back then in this magazine? It looks like there's a bit of a Palm Pilot-esque Windows device here from Microsoft, and we're going to have a look what's inside right now. Hi guys, welcome to the unwrapping of Communique, issue 94, August 1998. Let's have a look what's inside of this thing, hey? Now this is intriguing me because of the portable devices, the mobile phone shift at the time, the 1990s advertising. Because I remember 1998 fondly. I would have been playing Nintendo 64 quite a lot. And this is the time when sort of portable devices were coming in a big way. So here you go, you've got this Nikon Coolpix 900, what is this, a CD-ROM Nikon View software with this thing. It's a huge price of $1,895, far out. I wonder what the megapixels is on this thing. So 4 meg memory card, 24 meg available, so you've got this tiny little storage space on this thing. Freaky. And you've got the Windows 98 launch. So this happened at this time, obviously, and that revolutionized computing forever. So of course with Windows 98 and XP, you had this kind of golden era of Windows where everybody knew it was stable, everybody knew how to use it, and businesses everywhere were using this thing, 98 and XP. I remember at the time, even in school, I'd be playing pinball on the computers during our computing time, and we were supposed to be making publisher web pages. We would do that instead. So I'm interested in this Windows CE device. I reckon that's a portable version of Windows, isn't it? Yes, it's for electronic appliances. So palm-sized PCs, car dashboard computers. So I'm not really sure how well Windows CE did as an operating system. I've not heard of it much since 1998 onwards, to be honest. Wow, there's a pixelated image. Hotmail, yes, the world's largest email provider, 15 million account holders. The founder is talking about his success. So yes, Hotmail, of course, now you've got Gmail, you've got all kinds of other services available. You've got a lot of other features on other services. And it's of course called Windows Live now. And here's all your Windows 95 system tools. Sorry, Windows 98. So obviously talking about every single updated thing. So now you've got your disk cleanup, your defrag, you've got your maintenance wizard, all these quick fix options with the Windows environment here we all know and love, to quickly click and do a one-click uninstall or recycle bin, remove temporary files, old scan disk files. You can get rid of all of those with one click, and I remember that being really handy in Windows 98 to speed up your computer. And of course the look of this magazine is extremely 1998. So you've got shortcut changes here. You've got PowerPoint and all of your different flowchart shapes and buttons and whatnot. And here's something they've given you in the magazine for free, a 1440 DPI Epson print paper. So there you go, you've given you a little free gift in there. And Outlook, this is how to design forms in Outlook. You've got a whole bunch of different shortcuts in there. There's Windows CE. Training kits, books about tech. Look at that. So this is still a pretty good looking magazine for 1998. It just has that slightly retro feel to it. It's very high end. A few email tips here. So email spam scan. So email, scams are popping up after the web revolution. Here you go, you've got different website reviews. Now look at the look of these websites. Horrid. I mean, look at these pixelated logos. You've got horrible looking, strangely combined fonts together and colors. Really unintuitive designs. I mean, look at this. How could you navigate these things? I don't know how we survived for so long without our intuitive parallax scrolling one-click navigation sites, but there you go. There's the money segment from Paul Clitheroe on Channel 9. So I do certainly remember his segments on that show. Here we go, GameStop. Look at that. The annual answer to Woodstock for gamers, GameStop 98. So this is Microsoft's new gaming products. You've got Urban Assault, Motocross Madness, Combat Flight Simulator. This is what games look like in 1998. You've got these primitive textures. Polygonal games were all the rage because you had 3D platforming coming in. You had Super Mario 64. You had the PlayStation already in 1995. This was in full swing, and computer gaming was going through a huge change. Like, you had Half-Life coming out at this time. You had like a whole bunch of different shooters, lots of platforming, lots of online strategy games. Look, here you go. Age of Empires 2, The Age of Kings. Huge game. Of course, Combat Flight Simulator. People loved their flight simulators on computers with their joystick and their, Rumble Force joysticks and stuff. Here you go. You've got the Sidewinder Force feedback wheel, and the Sidewinder Freestyle Pro. These different peripherals for your computer. So you had all of these revolutionary things popping up at the same time. There's a pretty funny ad. There's Bill Gates doing an actual article. So here you've just got Bill Gates here saying, consider where we would be if the integration of the new features and functionality stopped in 1990. You'd still be using a C prompt. There'd be no task switching. Without modem support, you'd be holding your breath every time you try to connect your computer to someone else's. There'd be no built-in network capability, file or print sharing or messaging, scheduling or faxing functionality. There'd be no system services supporting CD-ROMs, video or audio. So this is about plug and play, intuitive desktops. Windows did that. It pulled everything together from a, quote, like a terminal, DOS-based interface, where you just typed in commands like you do in Linux in the old days. That all changed with Windows, making everything drag and drop, one click, dragging things around, putting files where you want, copying and pasting, and just doing things more efficiently. That's what Windows is all about, and the customizability. So what else have we got in this? We have a catalog here of Windows products. You've got Software Warehouse. There you go. QuickBooks. You've got all these modems. You've got software, Office 97 stuff. You've got MYOB accounting, which was massive at the time. VIA Voice, whatever that is. There's probably some kind of encyclopedia here. That's hilarious. Paint Shop Pro. I remember using that back in the day. And here you go. Look at these cameras. So you got a TV PCI card, Pocket Scan Converter, Art Dabbler, Kaya's Power Show, Kaya's Photoshop. There you go, National Geographic on CD-ROM. So all of these CD-based kind of softwares, they are out the window. Like from the broadband age and search engine age in the late mid 2000s, you now have everything available on the web you could possibly want. Destroying the yellow pages, it's destroyed the white pages, it's destroyed like trading posts, advertisements in newspapers, print media, that's all shifted to the web, and we know this for a fact. There you go, 1998, floppy disk camera, far out. So it uses a 1.4 meg floppy disk to store pictures. I had no idea these existed, because the first camera I ever used was a camera you had to actually capture the tape to your computer, a JVC one. So this is interesting. So you've got what, 20 shots per disc as a JPEG, a 10 times optical zoom lens, pretty cool. Autofocus, 2.5 inch colored screen, a VGA resolution screen on the back, auto exposure, you've got email non-compression bitmaps, you've got variable shutter speeds, flash, self-timer, fine and standard picture modes, and a lithium rechargeable battery. Pretty cool. So this is floppy disk cameras. So let me know in the comments if you've ever used a floppy disk camera or any other primitive tech, which is now a primitive, that's been featured in this magazine. Look, you've got your laser jet printers, your giant scanners. Scanners are now built into your all-in-ones, or you can just simply use your phone. Now you've back here you've got all these bulky scanners that were huge and scanned slowly and were super noisy. Now they're basically silent and you don't even see them. And here you have your disk drives. And here you've got zip and jazz disks. So I've never heard of those either. Different kind of storage, I guess, to a floppy disk or a CD. And there it is, a CD rewritable. So this was huge at the time too, with people burning CDs, going onto BitTorrent and doing all that sort of thing, putting music probably illegally onto their discs. But there you go, this is very super interesting for the time, definitely. And here you've got, oh yes, your different performance monitors, giant catalog filled with 1990s tech. Look at that. Projector. There you go. Sanyo projectors. And printers and monitors. We all remember CRT monitors that were bulky, heavy, enormous, cumbersome. They broke, they faded, the color wasn't very good, but that's what you had. You didn't know any different. And then when these plasma screens came in, everybody was freaking out and excited, and now we have OLED and we are happy. Most of us. There you go, a couple of projectors in there. Big bulky things that they are. Portable hard drives that work as fast as you do. Now what's the size of these? There you go, 1 or a 2 gig portable hard drive. So I didn't even know portable hard drives were around at the time. All I used was CDRWs in a CD drive. I used floppy disks for a long time because I liked to play DOS games like Commander Keen and Duke Nukem and Doom and all that sort of thing. So that's what was on my computer. I had no idea you had these jazz disks that were like 2 gig that you could take with you. That's extremely cool. And of course you could just whack those images into that reader and then blast that out onto a projector. And here's an old Bose speaker. So there's what Bose speakers used to look like. Now they have some similar shape, but they wouldn't have all those buttons on there because it's all Bluetooth. And you can just control it from something else, not a remote control. So there you go, you've got a myriad of kind of older tech here from 1998. Now we're talking like, what is that? That's 20 years ago now, which is quite scary. So on the 20-year anniversary, we're looking at Communique from Microsoft, 1998. So again, grab a copy of this. If you can ever find retro mags like this, grab a copy and just see how far we've come just in 20 years with our tech. It's quite scary. We're getting into augmented reality nowadays. We're getting into VR. We're doing holographic images. We're doing wearable screens, flexible TVs that come out of your desk. These are the things that you can only dream about or put in films, and now they're kind of on the horizon. These integrated tech with just the best image quality you could ever think of. So I've been Luke from Beard Tech and Breathing Designs, where tech and design collide with extra beard. Don't forget to grab my free YouTube upload checklist. Links are down below. Also, sign up for my video editing course. It's just 10 short lessons on how to edit videos like a pro in a fun way using Filmora. So the links are below for that. Join up with Patreon, patreon.com/BeTechMan to help support the channel, as well as our traveling family band. The Goddard Family Band is going to hit the road this year. Going to grab a caravan and we're going to hit the road, but we need your support to do so. Also, check out my graphic design book, Deciphering the Design Code. Links are below for that also. And if you want some cool, modern tech, the best place to go ever for the cheapest, best tech is gearbest.com. Links are below for that as well. Superb website, great shipping, great customer service. They will help you out with all of your projector needs, your tablets, your screens. They have all-in-one desktop computers, all from great reputable companies, and the shopping experience is really good. So go to gearbest.com with the links below for a couple of devices that I might link that are very similar to what's in here, but just the modern versions. So external hard drives and such, and batteries and projectors, all that sort of thing. I will link below. So I've been Luke, you've been the audience. Thank you very much for watching. Have beardtastic fun. See ya.